join me today, this evening, as we take a trip, as we take a night drive on the SALAAMA Munyonyo Road. We are now here at Kibuye. The road starts at Kibuye. Just after we go over this roundabout, we'll be able to see that, and to basically start our trip on that section of the road. As you know, this is usually very critical junction with the traffic intertwining from Machinde to the section towards Masaka Road and on to the section towards the Entebbe Road. So bear with the situation, but we are getting through and almost getting to our junction. You have to drive very carefully here. So yeah, we are now here at the start of the Entebbe Road. You can see Shell. We are going to basically just connect ahead. Shall be turning left to join SALAAMA Road, which goes up to the Munyonyo roundabout at the spur of the Kajansi Munyonyo Express. Below this section where we are passing is the railway crossing. You can see the confusion which is usually here with pedestrians crossing, with border cyclists, with the lots of foot and motor vehicle traffic. So right at this Rubis, which replaced the I think there was another fuel station, I forget the name, but we have a left turn that's basically starts the SALAAMA Road section. There's also a taxi park around here. You can see taxis heading to Entebbe, Kajansi, Reza, Zana, Ajanankumbi, Stera, Namasuba, up to that side. But also you find public service vans that head towards the Munyonyo and trekking the entire SALAAMA Road. This place is very busy. It's 10 p.m. but you can see how busy it is with so many pedestrians and several borders. On the left here you have the entrance to the taxi park here, and there's another one on the right for the other directional traffic along Entebbe Road. So we'll just wait briefly here for taxis accessing the taxi park to get in, but you can see how busy the place is, how it looks, and where the road starts. I already see potholes with the ponds of water, and of course you can see the roadside sellers that line up this section of the road. You can see that foot traffic heading towards the SALAAMA Road. All these people are the ones that I showed you come from Clock Tower, all the way from town, continue to SALAAMA side, up to Kulekana and beyond, basically on foot. We still have taxis here. We still have sections of the road with tarmac. The rest have lost their tarmac. Anyway, we continue on to this road, and coming up is a junction, which is a major junction, basically connecting to Machinde on the left, Kalenda just on the left, and on the right it connects towards the Musabala, and also connects straight to Entebbe Road. So you can have a back road to Entebbe Road at this junction. So yeah, we've gone through this road during that day, and I've showed you how it looks, but I got a request from one of the viewers that they would be interested in seeing how SALAAMA Road looks at night. and that's what we are doing exactly. This is the junction I was telling you about. Sometimes it's heavily congested and you need traffic wardens to help you cross through the traffic, and I can already hear someone with a whistle trying to direct cars that are passing through this junction. Just up on my left is Calendar, where we normally have a number of entertainment activities taking place, but we are going to go through, and ideally one would say that this place is the beginning of SALAAMA Road. This place would be the beginning of SALAAMA Road, but we start here. This road was tarmacked, you remember, all in around the Chogam time in 2007. I think that is when we had Chogam, and when they needed to use the Speak Resort for delegates. But since then it's close to 16 years, 17 years, and we are back to almost square one. There is a tendency for taxis to stop at this place right after the junction, and that clogs traffic one way or another. So you can't understand why that is allowed to happen. So here you can already see half the road exists as tarmac, the other has been cleaned of the tarmac, and basically we have to navigate the potholes. The road has no street lights. All, can I say, they have stopped functioning, or they have been vandalized or removed. I'm not really sure whether they ever existed on this road. There is a police post just behind there, and what I know about this road, it has a lot of border borders, it has a lot of errant taxi drivers. It is narrow, it has no pedestrian walkways, it is really in a sorry state, and yet it connects to a very important place within the city. That is the Onyonyo Kirudu, which is a lifeline hospital for a bigger percentage of city or the suburban dwellers. There are a number of businesses, interestingly, that line the entire section of this road, from here starting at Kibuye going all the way to Munyonyo. That is inevitable, and it's amazing what this place, it is just interesting to know what this place will look like. Some of these buildings you see on the left and elsewhere have just recently been put up, so there are some developments that are happening. Because the road is really narrow, when a taxi makes a stop, you really have to impact one side of the traffic and be very careful. Now when this happens, you have to share the road with the competing border users, with the competing pedestrians, and if you're familiar with our discipline on the roads, that can become a challenge. You can see the business lines that are lining the left, and it's the buildings that on this road that provide the lighting that is at least able to make sure that we are okay. On the left side we have the drainage for this road. In some places it has been blocked, filled with silt, and here you can see all the tarmac has been intentionally removed to leave it on the soil or the maram condition. But about the drainage, because it's more or less a flat kind of road, there's a lot of silting. Sometimes attempts are there to remove the silt, but that silt now gets dumped on the side of the drainage channel where pedestrians would walk, or where would have the border cyclists take route from, and that complicates the situation. But this is the road at night. This is how it looks. It has very interesting amenities. There are supermarkets that line this road. There are schools. There are some health centers. You can see how it has been eaten up on this road, and you have some small middle section of tarmac that remains as part of it. And yeah, we can navigate through it. It is a very accessible road despite the challenges. If you're staying this side, be sure to spend at least 1,000 on transport from Munyonyo side to Kibuye, or 2,000 if you're to continue up to town. But if you see the video shaking, it's because you're either trying to dodge a pothole, or we are trying to get on the uneven surface. This is Munyonyo SALAAMA Road. It is on plan for rehabilitation that mentioned that would happen last September. But until now, we are yet to see any site mobilization happening, or any works, preparatory or preliminary works taking shape. This road, if you know the geography of this part of town, it is parallel on my right to Busabala Road. Currently, efforts are underway to tarmac Busabala Road, which connects to the express, but also it's parallel to the Lukuli Road on my left. So they are in between the joining roads that go to Busabala Road at some sections of this road. Though, of course, on my right, it is a valley with a swamp, so there are not so many good roads that join from here to Busabala Road. I've showed you previously these fuel stations, these new buildings that are coming up. They're all anticipating that once this road is retarmacked or resurfaced, we'll have business on the road. People will take advantage of that, and that is usually the reality that happens when such developments take place. Otherwise, if you're a pedestrian right now, you're on your own here. There is no sidewalk, there's no street lighting. It is a myriad of issues. You get saved by the vehicle lights, headlamps that illuminate the road, but minus that, yeah, you're on your own. So you can see what is left is about 50 to 60% of the tarmac on the road, and in some sections it's almost non-existent. The major places that on this road, we have Kulekana, which has a connection to Lukuli. We have a joining connection to Luafu Road, which goes up to Machinje Court, and Luafu Road is already being prepared for some works. It is in a much worse state than this SALAAMA Road, trust me. But yeah, this is Kampala, very crucial road. So ambulances tend to prefer this road. It is straight, it is quicker, but then it has those challenges as I've mentioned. We'll see ahead the busy junctions at Kulekana and how people live here. businesses are thriving, I hope, despite the issues that surround here. If it is worked upon and improved, Kibuye to Munyonyo would be about 10 minutes. About 10 minutes at most. About 10 minutes. But you and I know that may not really happen so soon. So coming up on my left is the junction, and there's a road that goes towards Wafu. You can see at least it is restricted to traffic. Like I mentioned, there are some works that are ongoing. And coming up ahead is the Kulekana junction, another very, very busy junction on the road. You really have to manage through this traffic. We have fuel stations that have come up in the last 3 years on this road, according to the information that I have. I think they're all looking forward to the developments that are going to happen once the road is back in good shape. These sections are really bad. Here, tarmac has been removed. There's a market here at Kulekana, which initially started as out a small, stall, but now people have expanded it to make it a full or a big market along this road. At this junction, which is coming up, we can join to Lukuli and go straight through to Chirombe Road and connect to areas of Zambia and beyond. I always think that this section starting here towards Chirudu or towards Munyonyo is perhaps one of the worst on this road. The tarmac has been fully removed, and all we have are these undulating surface of marram, stones and everything. So yeah, and what this does is that it causes a jam of sorts, because vehicles have to slow down in order to dodge the big potholes or to smoothly go over the uneven surface. Coming up in that valley, and that's where the Kampala, that's where the Sabala or the southern bypass is going to pass overhead and connect to Lukuli Road and the areas of Gaba Road and the Muyenga, and connect back to Jinja Road. But I was telling you before that from Kulekana and getting into this valley, which is very flat, the road is in a swamp. The road is in a swamp. That's why you see this section from here to areas of Rasa, there's almost no tarmac. It has been eaten or removed intentionally because it was only potholes, and that is due to the lack of drainage eating up the sub-base and weakening the entire layers, and therefore you find that it's a lot of potholes. So the bypass, southern bypass, will pass here. This clearance that you see on my right and on the left. Yeah. So this is your famous SALAAMA road at night. If you've never been this side, you'd perhaps be surprised at first. and wonder whether this is a road that is about 9 kilometers and on the nose of the city center. So people always make jokes or fun of the taxis that trek this road, that every bad taxi they see is associated with the SALAAMA road, whether it is on Kitezi road, but I think those two roads are the ones that are associated with those bad taxis. Luckily we are in the rainy season, so there is almost no dust coming off. On my left is the famous Mirambi, another happening place along this road. And yeah, it is, as you see, it's nothing really can be done for now, except to bring it to a total overhaul and reconstruction. This road is famous for pickpockets as well, especially in those busy sections. So do not leave town with your windows down and using the phone, you'll get snatched. I know instances of that happening. This place is called Ubaida. There is a school called Ubaida and it's very famous here. Another busy area with a marketplace. And onto this part of the road. I don't know if I have any kind words, but I understand the situation we are in as a country. I understand government is struggling. I understand the city council is struggling. I understand the situation. Even the Montwawans is struggling with the cost of living and so many other things. Work, money, everyone doesn't have money. But until we fix the drivers of this economic growth, the drivers of the economy, the roads, until we do that, we may not achieve much, or we will continue losing so much through these kind of roads. Because trust me, if you use this road every day, you may have to replace your shocks almost every 3 months, and that would be money that would go into other productive uses. But yeah, here we are. There's no drain. There were drainage channels on the left, but they have since been silted. So the road now itself has become one big drainage channel. Like I mentioned, it's a swamp, so there are springs that continuously bring in water to this road. And even if it doesn't rain, it will be quite wet in some places. But regardless, people use the road regardless, because perhaps it's the only option there is for them. There's no other way out. They have to use what is available. Maybe they have to access their homes, access the hospital, access other places along this road, and so on. So you make hay with what's available. that is this road for now. Like I was saying, I hope the authority fast tracks this. People have made so many cries. People have made a lot of noise. I know this area is under an opposition MP. I think they need to help the communities, because unfortunately there is no separation of interests of even the rich who stay this side are affected, the poor are affected, different religious affiliations are affected, different political parties or supporters are affected. At the end of the day, if they're rushing you to Kirudu and it is your relative, it is your someone, you know, it won't matter. So we've just passed St. Posiano, another very historical place along this road, just behind there. We are now here at Munira, which is another school, but St. Posiano is a martyr who was killed at that place behind there, and so the name took over. We are approaching Rasa, which is also very interesting, important here on this road. Another busy section with the right turn that takes you to I forget the name of the place, but it's another busy place down that side. This is Rasa, just passing it, and we are approaching Kirudu. Here we have some tarmac, and I'll be honest with you, during the NAM conference, they worked on, they improved the section of filling the potholes from Munyonyo to Kirudu. I think since they had identified Kirudu as another hospital that would service delegates in case of any emergencies during the conference. There's another road here that goes up to, on my right, goes up to Sabala. We have a shopping center that has just opened up on my left, coming up here. It is not new, it has not yet even occupied, and it is changing the place here. You can see Kirudu Hospital in the foreground, and we are back to some little tarmac on the road. That has potholes too. So that is Kirudu coming up, another busy section of this road. Yeah, and full of pharmacies, full of shops, and all attendant businesses that crop up with such a big hospital in place. The entrance to the hospital is on the left as you head towards the Munyonyo. This place is fairly okay, it's just busy. Like I mentioned, the road has been at least some pothole repairs and minor resurfacing in some sections which were doing badly. And yeah, but again, no street lights, so can tell what is there. SALAAMA Road is filled with the entertainment centers along the entire section of the road, and I don't know whether that's a very good thing, but at least there is business, I can say. We are now approaching the Munyonyo roundabout. Perhaps it's coming up in another 700 meters or so. All these vehicles you see parked on the road are because we have clients that are in the happening places on either side of the road. Here we start at least gaining some height from the valley, but on the right it is still the swamp that I've mentioned in one of my videos that shows that perhaps there's a possibility that several sections of this area will flood in the future. That's in hundreds of years to come. It starts getting quieter. The scene starts changing as you approach the Munyonyo roundabout. The quality of life starts becoming better and better. And yeah, we more or less come to the end of SALAAMA Road with these new buildings that are coming up. You can see hoarding on the left here for another upcoming infrastructure development where you will know what it is yet. And this is the end of SALAAMA Road. On my left is the beginning of Lukuli Road, and we are now approaching the roundabout at Munyonyo. So yeah, we'll just go over the roundabout, and I'll go back to town via Lukuli. I don't know if I've shown the Lukuli at night, but perhaps that will be another day. This is the roundabout. The lights that are supposed to be working are also not working. This is all my car's headlamps. And we take the roundabout, but you can see the express well lit on the other side. So really, thank you for watching. I hope you really enjoy these videos. I hope if you're not in Kampala, you see how Kampala looks like. I hope you are able to compare and see if you remember some of these places, how you left them, and what is different. Or if you use this road every day, I hope I give a good picture of what it really is. Yeah, and I thank you for taking your time. Do share, subscribe, like, comment, and let me know what you want to look at next. Bye bye.